Notice 3 equations, 3 endogenous variables. Okay. Now, we could solve for any one of these endogenous variables, whichever one we're interested in, or we could solve for all of them. Let's begin just by assuming we're interested in solving for the equilibrium value of national income. How would you go about solving for Y star? Okay. Jonna, you would solve by... okay, right. Very good. Okay. Let's just follow your suggestion. Substitute in this tax equation into this consumption function. Then the consumption function would be C equals A. Notice, let me write it out first. C equals A plus BY minus BT. And now, as Jonna said, let's substitute in for a capital T. And then we get C equals A plus BY minus B. And T is what? D plus little ty. Now, notice consumption is just a function of income by making that substitution. And let's just write it one more time. A plus BY minus BD minus BTY. Okay. Now, let's substitute that in for C in the first equation. And when we do that, we'll have one equation in Y, which is our goal. Okay. So Y, now I'm going to substitute it for C. And let me put parentheses around this. A plus BY minus BD minus BTY. Plus I plus G. Okay. Now we have one endogenous variable in one equation. So what do we do next in order to solve for Y? Yeah, we bring all those Y's on the right-hand side over to the left-hand side. So now we have, let me write that over here. Y minus BY. Make sure you get the signs. When you bring them over, you have to change the sign. So it's Y minus BY plus BTY. And that's all the terms involving Y, isn't it? Everything else you just leave on the right-hand side. So on the right-hand side, we're left with A minus BD plus I plus G. And I don't need these parentheses anymore, so I'll just omit them. Okay. Then what do we do on the left-hand side? Factor out the Y. So this, and by the way, when you factor out the Y, make sure you multiply it by a 1. Students oftentimes forget this, and that messes them up, and they end up with a ridiculous answer. So make sure when you factor out the Y here, you write this as Y times 1 minus B plus BT. And now all you have to do is divide both sides by this expression in parentheses, and you'll have your y star. So y star, the equilibrium value of national income, is A minus BD plus I plus G over 1 minus B plus BT. Okay. Notice on the right-hand side, all we have are parameters and exogenous variables. So if you know those parameter values, so you know the values of the exogenous variables, you just plug into this formula and out pops your answer. Another way to write this, if we want to emphasize what the multiplier is, we could rewrite this as 1 over 1 minus B plus BT. Times A minus BD plus I plus G. Okay. Now, what is the multiplier in this model? What is the multiplier in this model?
1 over 1 minus B.
Exactly. And is it, tell me your name again? Heather. 1 over 1 minus B plus BT. Notice in the simpler model, the multiplier is just 1 over 1 minus B because there was no tax rate. In other words, the tax rate was 0. So this term wasn't there before. So now, what's the effect of this, introducing taxes into the model, is to lower the value of the multiplier. For example, if we take this case here, B equals 0.8, marginal propensity to consume is 0.8. And now let's assume the tax rate is 0.2. We calculate the multiplier now. What is it? It's 1 over 1 minus 0.8 plus 0.8 times 0.2, which is 0.16. So this is 1 over 0.36. And you do this arithmetic, and what you find is the multiplier is now approximately 2.78. Before, the multiplier was 5. Now the multiplier is 2.78. Much lower multiplier.